was a car. Do I know if it was put in there after we left? No. Do I think it's John Hall? Possibly. Do I think it's Calvin? Possibly. We don't know. I'm going to dive. They're two Jeep Grand Cherokees, the same exact body style, the same exact everything.
We are Chaos Divers, a sonar search and recovery dive team who navigates the waters with the hopes of providing answers to the families and loved ones of the missing. With the love and support from all of you, as well as the backing of law enforcement and first responders, we've been able to assist families nationwide. To learn more how you can help us on our journey, please check out the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Calvin Jones, who his family affectionately called Bub, has been missing for 2 months to the day. Calvin is a single father of 3 children. His daughter, 18 years old, he has a son, 16-year-old, and then he also has a younger son. On August 20th, Calvin went to work as he had for over a decade at George's Pizza, right off of Harvard Avenue in Cleveland. His last delivery for the night was to his own family. He had delivered a pizza to his children and then went back to the shop to close up. He's seen on camera at 11:30 p.m. at George's. Shortly after that, he takes a phone call from his son Damien, who asked about how to put his younger brother to bed. Everything seemed fine, and since then, radio silence. Now, the following day, there was set to be a party where Calvin had bought all of the food for to celebrate his daughter's college and her 18th birthday. Calvin never showed up. His mother immediately made a missing persons report. They had seen that his phone had pinged on Broadway Avenue in Bedford at around 8:30 in the morning. After that, he was seen on flock camera twice at 11:30 and then at 6:30. Later that day near Broadway and McCracken Avenue. From there, nothing. Calvin's 2011 silver Chevy Impala is also missing with him. We're here today in Cleveland. We're going to be searching the Cuyahoga River over the next few days, as well as out into Lake Erie and a few other spots that we've seen, little rock quarries and little lakes along the different routes that Calvin could have taken. So right now we're on Cuyahoga. We just went past kind of the main channel coming into the Cuyahoga River. We're working our way downwards now. Now, we have been on the Cuyahoga River before searching for John Hall. We are going to continue searching and keeping an eye out for his Chrysler 200 as well. But for right now, we're going to work our way down, get into closer to where Calvin was last seen, and start our search. Cleveland is just like the land of bridges.
There's a ton of bridges here.
I don't know if it's like because the Cuyahoga is so windy through town. Pretty sure that tree was not there last time we were here.
Tree was definitely not here.
But it was the first time you got to see a swing bridge operate.
Yeah, you're right.
This was the first time.
Man, just imagine.
I remember these things.
You know, this is when I first really started searching. So, I mean, just to throw it out there, there's no telling what I missed. I mean, I was still young behind the Sonar.
You were still a baby searcher.
I was still a baby searcher. I don't think I missed anything. I was pretty good back then, and I'm still pretty good now. I figure we would see a vehicle there.
Was that boat there when we came through here the first time?
That big boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went right beside it. That's where the
I
CD
didn't
went through.
realize that. I was looking at my sonar, so I didn't even
Can you
realize.
quickly give info on what happened to Calvin? Turn around. Absolutely turn around. Okay. Now we're looking at something here. Definitely got something now, guys. Good catch on that one.
So here's the cab and here's the back end.
Yeah.
And then SUV on its side, facing this way.
Yep.
Tires.
Here, grab this. If you want to show that. Yep, right there. Good job, Lindsay. There's
That's
the
SUV.
SUV.
And that's the truck.
That's the truck, yeah.
Yep. Down scan.
Good job. Hell yeah.
All of this is this wall right here.
Yeah. All right, so I just talked to one of the workers on here. They're dumping what looks like to be coal or rock or something, but they won't be done until about 7, so that gives me a 2-hour window to dive. I need to know if there's any other ones coming, which we have an app that shows all the ships, so we should be good. They're going to be on channel 19, so I'll leave it on 19. All right, but other than that, that gives me a 2-hour window. Nobody else should be going through here. Nobody should be going through here, so let's hope for the best, because if I'm in the middle of there, it's not going to be fun. All right, we're on the Jacob cam with no microphone. Lindsay's getting the sonar out to the live scope. We were running without it. Just to check that other boat that you guys seen and to talk to them and make sure that they're not going to be running while we're diving. You know, safety first always. Put a buoy on both of them, and then I'm going to get dressed. The car is at 15 feet, and the other car is at 10 feet. Drop it down, drop it down, drop it down, drop it down, and you should be right on top of it. Stuck. That's probably the quickest magnet ever, wasn't it? Uh-huh. All right, so we got that one marked. All right, Lindsay, go ahead and drop it. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. No, stop. Stop. And drop it. Should be on it.
This one's taking you down into that side.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one's going to take you down on
That side of it?
this side.
All right, so what she's...
I was going to say, you could potentially, depending on...
I'm
how
just going to hit
close.
both. I think I'm going to hit both of them.
But if you do need to come up, you do got
2 lines going down it.
2 lines. So, and you're on both cars.
Yeah. All right, so what she's using here is the electronic. Let's show her the remote. She's moving that with a cornfield fishing gear. Super awesome. Doing an electronic transducer mover thing for the live scope. Man, it's been a while since I put this gear on, Lindsay. I wonder if I still know how to dive. Right hand rigs, left hand computer. Boom. If you guys haven't had any train, or if you guys want to get trained on how to scuba dive, definitely check out Mermet Springs. They're a great facility to learn and to hone in on your diving skills if you're trained. 21:45. I'm sorry, 24:45. do this?
To get all the...
Spiders and ants and sand.
I was just going to say the yickies out, but...
It's been so long since I've had my equipment on. I need to test everything, guys. You do this every time you dive. So what you heard right there is a relief valve. Why is that?
It's also been a long time since you've put together your own equipment.
But yet I still remember how to do it, huh?
You used to have a really good manager who did it all for you.
I know, right? Now she just sits there and holds the camera.
Can't find good help these days.
That one was sandy. Everything works. Shout out to Braxton, who watches our show every day.
Did you just warm up a little?
Huh?
So did you just warm up a little?
I did. All right.
All right. I have you on live scope already, so.
Huh?
I have you on live scope already.
What do you want?
Love you, bye. Down 1732. I'll go in here and show you guys what it looks like on live scope. That is Jacob right there, making his way down the rope. Let's see if I can get a little. So there's Jacob's legs and fins. He is on the vehicle now. Again, this vehicle looks like it's on its side, or it's upside down on a hill, so it's giving that tilted look. So his bubbles, well, it looks like they're just going crazy. They actually look really good. They're really steady coming off. You'll see a bright, then you see them fade off, and then you see that bright, then you see it fade off. It is cold, so he's going to use a little more oxygen. He is at 58 degrees right now, at between 11 and 13 feet. The bottom of the car is at about 16-ish feet. So there's where he is, making his way down that car. We're on this first yellow buoy right here, and then he is right over there. He is going to try to get out to both vehicles, going down just the one rope instead of both. Sorry, I start watching the sonar and then I forget that the phone is watching the sonar. So everything still looks good. The live scope, I mean, not only is it, amazing for finding cars and everything, but is incredibly helpful in situations like this where you've got a diver down. I can watch everything that's going on. I can see how his bubbles are coming off of, directly out of his regulators. I can watch all of that. So he is right over here right now. You can see those bubbles. So he's actually on the back side of this car. Currently, Jacob's been down for 6 minutes and 21 seconds. So there is only a few feet in between both of these vehicles. So, all right. So he just went from here to here. This is Jacob right here. So he is now on this other vehicle now. And he was going to try to, get a heading and then follow that instead of coming up and then going back down the other line. He's aware that there are both lines there. He knows, if anything happens where he gets kind of, turned around, he's got lines on both cars. He knows where those lines are at. So if he finds that other line, and he knows where he's coming up at. If anybody's following along on a map, there is, I'm not sure what this bridge is here in front of me, but this right here used to be, I believe, a bridge to here. This is Jefferson Avenue. It now just dead ends right into the water. It does appear that there was something here at one point in time that, met up with that over there. Not sure when or how, it was taken down. All right, Jacob's just doing a full assessment on that second car. I'm probably talking a lot. I know some of you love that so much. No, there's genuinely people who hate when I talk. But I'm trying to keep you guys as informed as possible on what's going on. Jacob is either on or coming up or around that other rope now because that buoy is moving around. He's pulling that. Bubbles still look great, nice and steady. Again, it is cold down there. So that's gonna affect your breathing in a sense, but Jacob's is still very steady. So even though it may be a little bit faster than his normal rate, they're still very steady. So not worried or concerned there at all. Let's check our time. 10 minutes, 52 seconds. Again, we don't have comms, so having the ability to, one, have the live scope, and two, there's, little signals that we can do for each other. If I'm on top and I need Jacob to come up to the surface right away, I can just put a tank in the water and start tapping on it. He's gonna hear that and know to come up. If he is some kind of entanglement or something, or he's stuck down there, he would basically essentially take his regulator and just, hammer down on the button, make it look like a free flow. And then that would essentially make all of his air bubbles and everything that are coming up, they would just look like a big giant explosion. And that would be a signal for me to say, hey, get dressed, come down, I'm stuck on something, or I need help with something. So Jacob has now been down for about 14 minutes and 20 seconds. Again, everything still looks good. So I believe, yep, making his way back up. So, diver up at 17:56, 23 minutes, 37 seconds.
Hi.
You were down there for a long time.
Well, I tried to get the license plate off the back of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the first one. I couldn't find a license plate. Both Jeep Grand Cherokees, the license plate, the door's open and it's so silted out. But there's your plate.
Well, you got one.
I couldn't get the other one because I couldn't get the door open, the hatchback. I couldn't get underneath it. There was a rock or something in the way. They're two Jeep Grand Cherokees, the same exact body style, the same exact everything.
It was just stolen last year. Or, well, if it's stolen, it was just last year for this one.
All windows are down. And the hatchback is open on both of them.
This one is JYW 6843, but its expiration was July 23rd. July of 23.
I can't get to the other license plate. I can try again.
That's your call.
Cleveland Police Dispatcher Ambrose, how can I help you?
Hi, my name is Lindsay. I got transferred to you guys from the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. My name is Lindsay. I work for a Sonar search and recovery dive team called Chaos Divers. We were in the area to assist in searching for Calvin Jones. And in the process of searching the Cuyahoga River, we found two Jeep Cherokees. I do have a plate for one of them, and I just wanted to call it in and then see how you'd like to proceed.
Where exactly are you?
We are, let me pull it up. So we're off of Jefferson Avenue, but we are right behind, oops, I have it up on my maps. We're right behind Universal Oil, and their address is 265 Jefferson Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, just a second here. Okay, we'll get police out to you and determine what we're going to do. That's quite the dive find you got there.
I think they're going to send some officers out. When I called Cuyahoga County, typically I'll call the county just because they cover more than city or metro police do. So they were able to transfer me over to Cleveland Police because Cuyahoga County and Coast Guard doesn't have any jurisdiction per se over the Cuyahoga River itself. So they are sending over some officers and gonna kind of go from there, see what the plan is. I think that's something that we'll probably discuss once they get here, and then they can get a visual on where the vehicles are, and we'll go from there. And then hopefully maybe discuss that other vehicle that's out in the main channel. We'll figure that out too at that time. So we are currently headed back to the boat ramp. I think it's East Park boat ramp is what we're using. East Ridge boat ramp is what we're using. So we're headed back there right now. Jacob was able to dive on both of those vehicles. They both are Grand Jeep Cherokees, approximately the same year, make, model, everything. We were able to get a license plate off of one of them. We did call it in. Unfortunately, we had to leave that area because there is one of the large ships is getting ready to leave the dock back there from unloading. And if we don't get out ahead of it, we are not going to get out for hours. So we're headed back to our boat ramp. We have called back dispatch to let them know, and I believe they're going to send the officer in that direction now instead of over there. Jacob did speak with some of the employees at the gas company that the vehicles are behind, and he said, or they had told him that they did know about them and that they are supposed to be coming out on the 30th. So when we talk to law enforcement, we're going to let them know, like, hey, this is what was told to us, that these vehicles are known and that there's a plan to get them out. If you'd like, we can get them out sooner. So we're going to offer that to them, and we'll let you know what they say.
All right, we're having the officer meet us at the boat ramp. The ship was going to be launching. I guess it was American Challenger?
Courage.
American Courage boat dumping coal, but they were getting ready to leave. So we had to leave, or we weren't getting out of here for a long time because it takes a while for that ship to get out of the port. So we had to leave. They're going to meet us at the boat ramp. But in the process, somebody has went through here and annihilated all of the logs that were in here. So I've been fighting, trying to get through all these logs. So I can't really run fast.
Yeah, something right in front of you.
Yeah, I see that.
I think it's just a bottle or something, but
Yeah.
okay.
So anyway, we'll update you after we speak to the police. I don't particularly like to put the police on spot with a camera, so you probably won't get any of that unless they give us permission. So anyway, we'll see you here in a little bit. All right, so this is the lift bridge at the very end of Cuyahoga. Lift bridge number 1. And I thought it was pretty cool because I had a radio in to have them lifted. So does that mean I'm a captain?
Nope, you are not any more a captain than you are a truck driver.
Anyway, we're stuck behind here. The law enforcement's at the dock waiting on us at the boat ramp. There is another boat waiting to go through, so I don't know if they're waiting on the ship, if they're doing something, but hopefully they'll open it soon. So we were waiting on the train to actually come by, so that's pretty cool. A lot of progress has happened since last night, since I dove on the 2 vehicles. So what's crazy about these 2 vehicles that I dove on, we thought one was a car and one was a truck, but they're actually both Jeeps. They're both Jeep Cherokees. They're both dark in color. They're both got the back hatches open. All the windows are down. I was able to get in there, but I was unable to actually physically get in there because of the stability of the Jeeps. I didn't want to put myself in danger. After we talked to the conservation police and the police officers, Cleveland Police Department, they knew about those Jeeps. We were able to get the license plate off of one of them. I couldn't get the other one because the hatchback was actually dug into the dirt, so I couldn't get that one. They know about them. They're going to get the police. We were able to distinguish the vehicles. I did not dive on the middle one due to the fact that it was not safe for me to do it. Now that I dove the other vehicles, I know what to expect. I know the visibility. I know how to figure out if the ships are coming in and out with Lindsay's help. I feel like I'm safe to go down there and dive on that car. They did not know about that car. They seen the 2 Jeeps, but they didn't see the car in the middle. We're going to verify. We're going to help out the DNR here and the Cleveland police. Make sure that it's not a new vehicle, which is giving me the vibes of a new vehicle, and or a vehicle that's completely destroyed and the top is gone off of it and there's just nothing left of it. If that's the case, it could be the Fairlane we're looking for. So with that being said, the bridge is down for maintenance. The first bridge come in, it's down. He said 10 or 15 minutes. So right now we're going west on the outskirts in Lake Erie, going down through here towards the city. So we're just checking it out and making sure there's no vehicles out here. Here in a little bit, we'll be diving on that anomaly in the middle. Make sure if it is a car, or make sure it's not a car, whatever. We'll get it searched regardless. So thank you. So now we're heading over there to the bridge, get underneath the bridge, and I'm going to dive on that vehicle. We're going to see what it is. If it's a pile of rubble, it's a pile of rubble. If it's something that helps the case and there's somebody in there, I've already got confirmation that we're going to be doing something about it tonight. So, all right. Thank you, guys. Hello, American Courage. The search boat in front of you.
Courage.
Where would you like us? Port side? Starboard side?
Hang up there by the starboard side, by starboard side. If there's 10 quarter, just past the
10-4. We're over here on the corner by the Land Welcomes You sign, and we're going to port over here on this corner.
He's got a sweet.
yeah, the far quarter side of Marathon dock there. That'd be great.
Hey, Maverick, look at that boat. I think they got a bigger boat than us. What do you think?
Yeah, I would hope so.
That is one big ship.
I don't understand why you didn't want to dive. You'd have been under the water.
Do you know how much draft is under that water? So we're pushed up against this corner here. They should be able to swing around. We were listening to what they wanted us to put, so he said he can make us around us, so there we go. Keep dropping it all the way. You're on the front of whatever it is. Lift it up. Are you hung? You're underneath it. Whatever it was, you're underneath it. See, breathe, float, right?
See, breathe, float. Love you, bye. Diver down 1546. Now today I won't be able to show you guys a live scope. because it's just me. We're not able to anchor to the side. So I've got to stay kind of right out here in the middle. I've got to watch boat traffic from both ways. We should be good. Nothing showing up on Find My Ship or marine traffic. So everything should be good. We do have the dive flag up. I can show you guys today because I'm actually out here. There we go. This vehicle object, I'm gonna say object, because we're not sure if it's a boat, if it's a car, if it's like an old torn up car from like the dredgers coming through, if it's a boat. We are just shy of 30 feet. So as cold as Jacob was yesterday, it's probably gonna be a little bit colder today. There's probably gonna be, I'm assuming the closer it gets to the bottom. I don't know like where the thermocline is here in the Cuyahoga, but usually the deeper you go, the colder it gets. So it looks like right now he's probably just kind of going around whatever the object is. If he comes up quickly, then we're gonna know that it's a boat. They even suggested that it could be like a piece of equipment. This is a pretty industrial area back here. Show you guys around this side, rock quarries, things like that. There's some natural gas companies, different treatment plants. So there is always the possibility, you know, that they wondered if it could be equipment or something like that. Could have fallen off of a barge, anything. So again, he's gonna go down and check it out. I don't think it's like rock, and I could be wrong because there is some rock over there, but everything's so smooth down here. Like this is a pretty clean surface on the bottom. It's not full of rock down here. It's not full of rubble, debris, anything like that. So I don't believe, again, there is some big slabs of rock and stuff, but I don't think it looks like that. Today we got one image on the live scope that made it look like it was one of those little speed racing boats, about 20 to 24 feet long, give or take, with the depth and things like that. And then where it had that big, like ours does, where it has that big outboard motor, but it's that long, just low profile boat. So either way, we're gonna get it checked out and call it into the lieutenant. So far, Jacob has been down for 251. My anchor lock says that we're only a foot off of our spot where we locked down at. However, I feel like we're getting closer to the buoy. So we may be floating a little. If we get too close, I can use the trolling motor to get up and around, so we're not right next to Jacob. Earlier when we were coming through here, we did have to wait. That big ship that we saw down at that end earlier, the American Courage, we had to wait for it to pass. We were able to pull over, we were able to radio it in, and then tie off down there to that barrier. So that way we weren't in their way, but it also kept us safe and in a steady position. Something that the lieutenant did tell us is that on the Cuyahoga River, and I'm not sure if this is just the Cuyahoga or if it's everywhere in Ohio, but there is a law that states when there is a dive flag up, you have to stay 300 feet away, which in most places it's 150 feet, but here they've doubled it. I'm assuming because it's a very windy river, you don't know what's coming around the corner. You've got to be really, really observant when you're on this river. I did tell Jacob today that he gets 20 minutes. I'm getting in the water. We are just shy of 12 minutes now that he's been under. Whatever it is, I'm assuming it is some type of boat or vehicle, because if it was a rock or if it was nothing, he should have come up by now. But with the fact that he is staying down there, he is going around, I'm assuming it is something. So he's doing his due diligence and checking everything out. If it's a vehicle, windows up, windows down, seatbelt on, that kind of thing, trying to get identification. If it's a boat, he's still going to do the same thing, try to, navigate his way around, make sure that there's nothing around it. Still good on marine traffic. He's been down for 1448 right now. All right. diver up. 17 minutes, 12 seconds at 16:04.
Super old car.
Get down, Mav.
It's a Chevy. This is the only parts I can get off of it. It's a super old Chevy. The Chevy is a Fairlane. What's it?
Ford.
Ford. It's a Chevy.
Mav, down.
There's that.
Oh, that's plastic.
I was finally able to see the.
Mavi, move.
I was inside the engine ripping stuff off.
It was getting ready to come down.
That's why I came back up. I couldn't get anything else off of it. Here. Super old Chevy.
All right, so
I mean, just tore up. Like,
they'd have to pull it out in pieces with a crane, probably, or with a scoop, wouldn't they?
yeah, it'll take some doings, but it's solid frame.
Okay.
Like, that's what I was following down.
You're currently at the East 55th Street Marina. There is, can't really tell on here, but this is actually a road right here, and it comes all the way out. If you see that little gray line right there, and it comes out and then drives down in here into a circle area. So you can actually drive all the way out to the Point Park. There's a little walking trail. We are searching the inside of the marina right now, and then once we get this done, we're going to go on the outside of the marina and search the outer break wall on this area right here. So far there's been nothing in here. Right now we're at 2 feet. Very, very grassy in here from what we can tell on the sonar. So again,
I don't see the boat ramp though.
it's probably a lift. It says it's on the other side of this slip, so it's probably a lift. So we put in way down there. We've come through this whole area. We went up into here, up into there, and now down in here. Again, we do want to check this outside of this break wall, because you can drive all the way down in here, and then this is all a road, all that yellow right there. So we want to make sure that we're going to search the outside of that too.
Just to the side there. But what's really cool, and Lindsay can talk about, because she is an amazing speaker and she done looked it up. We're coming up to a submarine that is not in service anymore. It's a 224. And yeah, Lindsay, go ahead.
So this is the USS 224. It's the USS Cod. Oh, hello, duck. It was commissioned in, I believe, March of 1943 and went into service in September of 1943. It was decommissioned in 1954. And now it's here so people can go through and look at it. It's the only submarine that was named after a fish, cod. I don't know why they chose to name it that, but it's the only submarine that was ever named after cod. It is the Gatto class submarine. They're no longer in service. Now we have fast attacks and boomers. Those are the primary ones. But it is cool to see a piece of history. So oh, look at their cute little baby ships. Coast Guard's working on the boat behind us, so yeah, so we're gonna run down this and give you guys a closer look.
You want want to step out and look at it, or?
Let's zoom.
There is a Army vet sitting there so people can talk
Probably
with
not
him.
an Army vet, just a military vet.
Military vet.
Probably Navy vet. So, but yeah, this is the.
This is what you guys are looking for when you're doing this type of job. Cars, open area. There's a wide open area right there. Now, yes, there's a chain on this one, and it's closed off. But this is some of the stuff you need to look for when you're doing this type of work. I mean, there's nothing here, and that's good. But it's something you just keep an eye out on. And then you look at these metal pieces and see if any of them are bent over. You know, somebody can come through here at night and just yeet themselves off of it, which I guess that's probably not a word I should use, but I mean, it's the truth. So there's nothing here, but it's just something to keep an eye on. No trespassing U.S. government property. This is the U.S. Army. Well, we're not trespassing. We're just looking. All right. So we're almost to the end of this section. I haven't seen anything yet. So that's a plus. It's a real good thing. Get all these knocked out and then hopefully find some answers. Where do you think that is?
Right here.
All right, we were on our way out and we decided to go down Old River where I had been through here before, but what I didn't see was right up against this wall, there was a car. Do I know if it was put in there after we left? No. Do I think it's John Hall? Possibly. Do I think it's Calvin? Possibly. We don't know. I'm gonna dive it. I put on cold stuff, and I'm gonna get my suit on, get suited up, dive in there real quick, clear this, make sure it's not either one of them, report it, and we're leaving. $15.30. Good to go. See how you hold. All right, guys.
That was so cold.
All right, we're in front of the boat. You got that on side scan?
I have it on forward scan.
All right, guys. I don't think it's so much on Impala, but it could be. Whatever it is, thank you for all your support that you guys give us. This water's cold, but I beat it out warm.
Let's move it along, sir.
I'm going.
I've had to pee since you dove earlier.
Go pee.
I can't.
All right. There you are.
Love you, bye. All right, diver down, 1913. So, obviously, it's dark out, so we're not going to have a lot of viz. I'm going to go in, see if I can get him on the live scope, and show you guys that. You guys can still see his light as it goes down. We're going to go in, see if I can get him on live scope. Since he's in front of us and we're anchored to the shore, We do have some boats coming in here, so let me push pause real quick and sorry, I'm watching out for this boat that's coming as well. They followed suit. So thank you so much to both of them for being understanding and super appreciated. We do have an anchor down, but this soft bottom, it's not wanting to stay. If I can bring this back just a little. Oh, there we go. So Jacob's Bubbles. We do have license plates for all of the vehicles that we're keeping an eye out on. Let's see, Jacob's been down for 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Need to get our front navigation lights on. Our back one is up and on. It's somewhat illuminating the flag. We need to find, while we rarely dive at night, one, it's dark under the water, so but just safety reasons, we need to find like a little spotlight that illuminates that dive flag a little bit better. But it's something that we don't really think about because, again, we rarely dive at night. The few times that we have dove at night, like, we've been able to access it from shore, so. It looks like he is moving around on the vehicle. Let's see if we can. So that is his bubbles. What you guys see, this is the wall. That's how close we are. Looks like he's working on the backside right now. Alright, so the channel looks clear right now. He is, you guys probably won't be able to see at all. But he is right in front of the boat right now. Again, we are anchored down, but with this soft bottom, that anchor's not wanting to hold. So, but we are close enough that I can reach that wall. Not sure if the line is out on the buoy marker or if Jacob undid it. I don't know if you guys, oh gosh, I wish you guys could see all of this. So we are right here next to the wall. Like, I can reach out and touch the wall, and Jacob is right in front of the boat. So that's how close we are currently, or how close this car is. Again, these lines that you see right here, that's all the wall right there. So if I come out here, you guys can see a little bit better. Again, this is that wall. Jacob's right there. Our buoy marker's right there. I'm pretty sure there's probably some extra line. Maverick. Just keeping an eye on him. He's been down for 7 minutes, 35 seconds. Okay, it looks like he is now moving around. Can't tell if his light is coming up. Yep. Alright, moving that buoy now.
The Dodge. I can't tell. I broke the knife. Got the license plate. JZP 8888. Anything?
I don't know. I am recording.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. All windows are up. I can't tell what kind of Dodge it is. Been there a little bit. But Dodge is written all the way across the back and the tail light. Windows are all up.
All right.
I couldn't see inside.
Okay.
All right.